All right, this practice is going to start on the floor and then we're going to move to standing. So just a little bit different orientation than we normally do. So let's begin. You're going to come onto your back. Have a little head support if you want. You might want some blocks or pillows available to support your body. And we're most likely going to use a strap. So join me now. Right, again, you can have a light something under your head, just nothing pinching at the low neck, something that either supports your entire shoulder from your head or just a little light something. All right, let's just start with the knees bent. We're gonna bring your left knee in towards your chest. The right knee can stay bent or straighten it out. And I'm gonna take the right hand out to the side. I'm gonna slowly start to bring that knee outward and inward and back across. So outward. Just as much range with still keeping the opposite leg on the ground. All right, when it comes to the chest again, pause, and then you're gonna reverse it. So inhaling, exhaling. Last time around. Good. Take the hands to the backs of that thigh, the back of that thigh. Reach the heel to the sky. Draw the shoulders back and down, and let's gas pedal it. So point and flex that foot. Inhale, exhale. Good. And then begin to start ankle circles. So the legs stay still, the ankle is the only thing moving along with your foot and toes. Flare the toes, point the toes. Last time, reverse the circle. Relax those shoulders. Last time, take a reach through that heel. Good, and then go ahead and set that foot down to the ground. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Take that left arm out for a hold of the ground, a stabilizer, and then start to swing that knee out in a circle, and then back around. Inhale out, exhale back. One more time before we reverse it. Take a pause, head the other direction. All right, bring it on back to center. Take the hands behind the thigh, reach that heel to the sky, and then we'll start to gas pedal it. Relax your shoulders, your jaw. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay. Next time you point, start that circle towards the inside of the big toe. Swing it back around towards the pinky toe. Again, the legs stay still. The foot and the ankle are the ones that are moving. Good. Take a pause, head the other direction. Pinky, flare the toes to the big toe, point the toes. 2 more times. Good. Take a reach through that heel. Full breath in and out. All right, bring it back down. Let's take both knees in towards the chest, kind of like an open, wide child's pose. Wrap those hands around, and you can either clasp the hands or just grab onto the other. And then rock a bit side to side. Good. One last breath here. All right, we're going to bring those feet down. You're going to straighten out your left leg and bring your right knee in towards your chest once more. Okay, take the right arm out to the side, palm down or up, whatever helps you, and start to take that knee across your body. Now, if you have osteoporosis, depending on the grade of it, just watch for over-rotating. You could go all the way to the floor, or you could grab a block to catch you, or a pillow. So I've got my knee resting on that block. The back or the bottom foot can turn as well. It does not have to stay straight up. And I like to hook the top of my right foot on the back of my left thigh. If that's available to you, you can try that as a rest spot. Right shoulder stays grounded and you're breathing into the upside body. Each breath out is an opportunity for that right shoulder to drop away. Last breath in here. We'll exhale it back up. Take an inhale, grab in, and exhale, switch it out. So take the right leg down to the ground, bring the left knee in towards your chest, switch that block over if you're using it. Take a breath in, and then breath out. Left arm comes out to the side, right knee takes that hold to the outside. The block can be used on any height, which is lovely. It gives you more support or less support as you need it. So it helps you grow within the practice of that day or along a continuum throughout days and months and years. Left shoulder, every opportunity to breathe out is a dropping away of that holding of the left chest muscles. Take maybe 2 more breaths in and out. All right, go ahead and bring that left arm back in, bring that left knee back in, give it a hug in. All right, and go ahead and set both feet on the floor now about hip width apart. So this is where if you have something heavy under your neck right now, just either remove it or allow it so that it's not pinching right at the low neck, meaning that you're not going to be up like this. All right, spread out those toes, set them down. Bring the palms down to the floor, draw the shoulders back and down. On your next breath out, you're going to lift your hips off the ground, bridge pose. You can walk your shoulders just a little bit underneath you. And maybe just rock side to side so that you start to find balance between the feet. And settle in right in the center so that you're putting equal weight through both feet. And then start to send the energy down the tops of the thighs towards the wall in front of you. See if you can relax the tush muscles. So still pressing like your feet are pressing into the ground, your knees are pressing forward. Relax the tush for 1 more breath. Good. Start from the top and start to roll down, dropping the hips back to the ground. Hug the knees in just for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Set them back down. Good. This time we're going to bring the arms in. So you're going to reach the arms to the sky, draw the shoulders back towards the floor. When you're ready, breathe out, lift the hips. Good. From here, keep the palms energized through the fingers. Keep the thighs pressing to the wall in front of you and start to bring the arms back towards the wall behind you. You're going to touch your thumbs. Keep the fingers energized. Draw the shoulders down the back. 1 more breath. Bring the arms back towards the sky. And then start to roll down. Hips back to the ground, arms back to the ground. Take those knees in for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, feet back to the ground. Good. This time we bring it all in at once. Okay, so start the arms down, palms facing you, fingers energized. Press the floor away from you as you reach to the sky. And the arms come back behind you. Touch the thumbs, and then we're heading back down. Synchronize the landing of your hips with the landing of your arms. Good. Take a pause. We've got 2 more of those. Energize those hands, reach up, exhale. Inhale as you reach back behind you. Exhale as you start to make your way back down. Synchronized landing. Good. Last time up. Exhale, rise. Inhale, reach. Exhale, descend. Good. Bring those knees in towards your chest, hug it, and rock it side to side this time. Just 1 more movement through the legs and then we'll start to make our way to standing. So cross the ankle over the thigh, and you're gonna, I've got my right ankle over my left thigh, and you're gonna bring that knee towards you. So you can either come inside of your legs and grab behind that left thigh. I like to grab onto the leg that I'm stretching. That way I can maneuver it a little bit, I can press down on it a little bit, so it gives me a little bit more freedom. If this leg is tired and is just uncomfortable to hold, you can always set it on the block or put it up on a wall in front of you. So draw the shoulders back and down, find ease there, and then start to maybe just shift that knee forward a little bit, shift it towards you a little bit. Press down on the knee a little bit towards, so you're hugging this hip joint into its socket, with that ball of the hip joint. And then land in a spot that feels the best, where you can stay comfortably for 2 or 3 breaths. Relax the shoulders. Last breath here. We'll bring that down. Bring that foot all the way to the floor. You're going to cross it over like you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. Take your right arm out again and then cross that leg over. So we're coming into another twist. If you would like that block or support to catch you, have it there, or you can take that leg all the way to the ground if you know it's okay for the rest of your body. So I like to set that left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Breathe into your upside rib space, upside gills if you had them. Good. When you're ready, exhale those knees back up to center, uncross, and we're going to reverse it other side. So take the left ankle to the right thigh. Use that block if you need for support or furniture. Take hold of that left leg, so foot and knee, and either stay there or you can draw that leg closer towards you. Relax the shoulders again, and then play with pushing or drawing the knee away from you gently, and then drawing it towards you. So just enough, you are the guide, you don't have to do anything that doesn't feel safe. Okay. And then a little pressure down if that feels okay from the top of the knee, straight line towards your hip socket. And find some space in any of those regions that feels the best, where you can hold for 2 or 3 breaths. Relax the jaw. Good. Go ahead and set that right foot down, cross the left leg. Get in a chair, take those legs to the right, left arm out. Right hand can rest on your left thigh, and use a block or pillow if you don't feel comfortable going to the floor, or just hanging in free space doesn't feel good either. You want to give your body the path of least resistance so that it can actually let go. If you're holding so tight that it's uncomfortable, your body's going to want to grip, and you'll never get that kind of ultimate release that you're looking for. Take a breath in through the upside body, upside gills. Let that shoulder drop to the floor. 1. All right, we're slowly back up on your exhale. Go ahead and uncross. Just pick the feet a little bit wide, about the mat width, just a few windshield wipers here, just to open up the inside of the hips. And take the legs over to the right, take a full breath in and out. Back through center, over to the left, breath in and out. Let's go one more to each. We're back to center. Let's roll onto one side, maybe cradle your head, just take a pause there. So we're Transitioning your circulatory system to prep for coming up. Slowly start to make your way up to kind of a side sit. And then eventually we're going to move to standing. Okay, so eventually coming into standing, let's take our straps. Again, a dog leash works well, a tie, a belt, a longer belt if you have one. I think this is an 8-foot strap, so if you're wondering how do I do the things that I do, it's 8 foot, okay? So legs out a little bit wide, we're gonna take it into our 3-way strap stretch. Knees stay soft or bent, rise up, inhale. If you've got this range to just stop there, just stop there. If you've got the range to come back around, give it a go, but don't force it. You'll see my spine is staying really still. I'm not thrusting my head forward or back. Please don't force this. If this is the range you've got, just stay there. Good. I'm going to go through, finish this one, and do one more. Nice soft knees. All right, we're back to center. Let's take it to the very top. Take an inhale, exhale over, gaze down to the floor that you're side bending to. Inhale back up, exhale over. Again, knees are soft, try not to lock them. One more to each. All right, we're back to the top, release. Let's take those hands back behind for that third version. Fingers facing the back wall, palms are up. Again, a little bit wide stance here, knees are soft. Draw the shoulders up, back and down. On the inhale, we draw the arms away from the body. On the exhale, we bend the knees and hinge at the hips. You can always just keep the up tall version. That's just good enough, okay? Don't feel like you have to go to the forward fold. If you're in the forward fold and your knees are bent and you know it's okay for your legs to straighten, you can work towards straightening them. Relax the back of the neck and the shoulders are gently drawing together no matter which version you're in. Good. Take one more breath if you're still there. Bring the hands close to your backside. Use each side to pull on and exhale, rise up slowly if you're not there already. All right, roll out those shoulders, relax. Let's set the strap off to the side. All right. I'm going to bring the block in on either side if you might need it, okay? You might not. We're going to go into just a flow series of standing poses, sort of some of the traditional yoga poses. So I'm going to step to the left side of my mat, feet about hip width apart. Spread those toes out, send the pinky down, and then drag the big toes to the center. All right, I'm going to take weight onto that left foot. Hands may be to the hips, kind of that space between your hip bone and your lower ribs, and then balance on that left foot. If you feel challenged to lift the leg to away from the floor, you can always keep it grounded. All right, I'm going to take a step out with that right foot and start to pivot the right toes towards the right wall. My hip bones are still facing forward and they will remain that way through these series of poses. The back foot can be slightly turned in, and just check yourself. So when you bend into the front knee, can your hip bones stay forward and your knee and your big toe line up? Okay, if they're not, then you might need to walk this whole leg forward, okay, forward towards the screen. Not everyone has this range to just be open this way and keep that knee open. I certainly don't. All right, so you've got the alignment. Let's send those hands, frame the face, take a rise up, inhale. Gaze to the sky, bend into that front knee, exhale, warrior two. Drop the shoulders out of the ears, maybe flip the palm, and slowly start to take the gaze out to the right. Soften the shoulders. Watch for hyperextending that back leg. Pressing into the toes can be helpful. Good, we're gonna flip that back palm down, start to take it down the back leg and reach that front arm to the sky. Adho Mudra if you like, maybe index finger to thumb or maybe middle finger. Looking up is optional. You can always look forward or straight down, or yes, down, you could look down. Good, lifting through the upper chest, so not so much just a hinge back, but upper chest lift. One more breath. Good, we're gonna offer forward until you can rest either side, forearm to the thigh. Let's do it this first round, forearm to the thigh, and then start to reach that left arm up and over. If you feel from here that you could take your hand to that block on the outside of your right leg, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, just stay grounded on the thigh. So I'm reaching through the back heel, reaching through the top hand, drawing the shoulders out of the ear space. One more breath. See if you can bend into that front knee just a little bit. And then exhale, rise back out through warrior, exalted warrior. To extended triangle, so straighten the front leg. And then we're going to pinwheel through triangle pose. So right hand can come to the thigh, the shin, the ankle, or to that block on the outside of the right leg. Press through the toes to let go of that hyperextension, especially of the front leg. Gaze can be forward, up, or even down. Sometimes I'll play with that head position just depending on what's going on with my neck and my energy. Good, one more breath. Good, bend into that front knee. We're back through warrior two. Arms reaching, gaze out to the right. Good, let's reach the arms up overhead. Straighten the front leg, frame the face. Good, we're gonna heel toe. Back to center. Meet me on the mountain. One breath. All right, we're gonna step to the right side of the mat. Good, spread those toes out, pinkies down, big toes, come to center. Take the weight onto the right hand as those hands rest on that lower belly between the hips and the lower ribs. And you can either stay toe planted or choose to lift. Great. When you're ready, we're going to step that left foot out and then start to pivot the toes towards the left wall. Find that same alignment that we did on the other side. So hip bones, bent knee. Every side's going to be different. For me, this left side's a little harder to get that range, so choose for yourself where you need to be. Great. Let's frame the face. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bend in, warrior two. Good. Flip the palms. Start to take the gaze out towards those left fingers. Good. Pressing through the big toe. And if you find that your shoulders are tilting back behind your hips, what do you need to do to try to bring your shoulders in line with your hips? One more breath. Good. Take the back hand down the back leg, reach the front palm towards the sky. Find that mudra of choice, index finger or middle finger or all fingers reaching, your choice. Choose the gaze that feels best for you. Maybe a look up, maybe a look forward. And again, it's this upper chest lifting rather than just listing into the low back. Strong legs, one more breath, reach. Exhale, you're going to offer forward. Plant down on that front thigh. Draw the shoulders back. Reach that right arm up and over. Get this front leg just pressing to the back wall. And if you've got the range and you have that block handy and you want to take your bottom hand to the block, give it a go, but keep the body open. Don't go low just because you can. You don't want to end up like this. Okay, the heart stays lifted, body is long from fingers to feet. And I'm kind of pressing into that left hip crease, down and back. Just enough effort, don't force it. Take one more breath here. We're gonna rise back out. Extended or exalted warrior. Straighten the front leg into reverse or exalted triangle. And then we're gonna pinwheel through triangle pose. So either landing on your front thigh, your shin, or maybe to the block on the outside of your left leg. So this is another one, don't go low just to get there and then you end up rounded. You want to keep open. Press through the toes and find a steady breath. Great, one more breath here. We're bending into that front knee, pressing up, warrior two, gaze out to the left. Good, take a breath in, reach the sky, straighten the front leg, and we're back, framed face. Come down, heel toe, walk it back in. Meet me on the mountain for one breath. All right, let's take one pose, just a tree pose. You can have your back to the wall. You can be holding onto a chair or something just close to you, just in case. Let's bring those hands to the hips between the hip bones and the lower ribs. Take it onto the left foot, spread those toes out if you need more grounding. And the same thing, hips are gonna stay forward as you roll that knee open. Good. Slight bend in the leg. That's holding you up, and either keep the foot there, take it to your ankle for a different challenge. Take it to your inner shin for a different challenge. Slide it up to your inner thigh for a different challenge. Now just because I'm here doesn't mean you have to be. Challenge yourself, but be safe. Let's start to grow our branches out to the sides. If you're holding on with one hand, just take the other hand out. Okay, we're gonna reach to the sky. Maybe the fingertips touch, maybe they don't. We're going to flow it down through the center and out again. So inhale at the top, exhale down. One more time. Feel free to adjust the foot position to feel balanced or hold on as need be. Pause here, one breath. Bring that knee back in. If you can hold it up just for a breath, hug it in, inhale, and exhale back to ground. Give it a shake out, meet me on the mountain, one breath. Good. Onto the right foot, spread those toes out, ground the foot, hands to those hips, between the hips and the ribs. Good. Roll the knee out as the hip bones stay facing forward. And either stay grounded with the toe planted into the inner ankle, the inner shin. I'm going to go up to the inner thigh since I did that on the other side. Good. Slight bend in the standing leg. Get your balance before you start to float those arms. Take an in-breath, rising. Exhale down the center. Two more on your own rhythm. We pause here for a breath. Great, release the hands, release the leg, come back and meet me on the mountain. Oh, we forgot that left leg in. All right, and then we'll meet me on the mountain now. Settling in, one breath. All right. One last one before we start to close it down. Let's take the blocks in front if you've got them. You can also use a table surface or any kind of furniture. Take the legs out wide. If you can, toes head in, heels out. I know not everyone's hips do that or feel comfortable, so at least go towards parallel if able to. Okay, let's take the hands to that same hip space Inhale, lift the upper chest, open up, chest rise. Good. Send the hips back. Hinge, hinge, hinge. When you can, bring your hands to the surface in front of you. If you're using blocks, or no matter which supports you're using, your hands are right under your shoulders. Four-legged ghost pose. Draw the shoulders back and down. And I'm going to have you rock your hips a little side to side if it feels good. I'm kind of stretching on the inner side of the thigh to one side, the inner side of the thigh to the other. Again, I know not everyone's hips or pelvis does this, but do what you can. Good. Feel free to stay here if this feels good. Sometimes when we have digestive issues or blood pressure issues, coming down lower does not feel great. But I'm going to encourage you, if you want to come down, maybe to the floor. And then I'm going to walk the hands out. So maybe even if you're up on a higher surface, you can do this walking the hands out, or you can use the blocks to walk your hands out. Kind of like you're creating a little teepee with your body, and your head's going to come down so it's roughly in between your biceps, your upper arms. And I'm pressing through the pinky toes, reaching through the hands and reaching through the sit bones all at the same time. Okay, maybe one or two more breaths here. Alright, I'm going to start to walk the blocks back if you're using them, and you can use them to walk you back up. Building my foundation so that I can get myself back up to where we started. Heel toe in, hands to the thighs, and then exhale to rise up slowly. Roll the shoulders back and down, just rock the hips, maybe roll the shoulders. Good, just get it wiggled out. All right. Meet me back on the mountain. We'll finish with just a breath practice and gratitude. All right, right hand to the belly, left hand to the heart space. We'll take a breath in, allow the belly to fill first, and then the heart space. Let the heart space empty first, and then the belly. So you start breathing in from the bottom up, and emptying from the top down. Just two more, just like that. If you like that 6 count breath in, 6 count breath out, that's a great time to bring this in. After the next exhale, just let the hands go. We're going to reach them to the sky. When you're ready, inhale. Palms touch right down your center. Exhale. Bowing to a place within you where you recognize gratitude, acknowledging at least one more thing in your life to be grateful for right now. Holding on to that gratitude at least for the rest of the day. Breathing in, breathing out.